Okay, so this lesson is simplifying complex solutions. What you might not know is, well, you sort of got introduced to complex solutions in the last section. Complex solutions or imaginary solutions, same thing. You can actually add, subtract, and multiply complex solutions just like you would any other solution. And the nice thing about it is you can do it right in your calculator. This will probably be one of the easiest lessons of the semester. So let's dive right into it. First of all, you don't need to really understand this, but this is really the math behind the property of complex numbers and how we deal with negatives in the radical and how you just change it to a positive by placing an I out front. So you don't really need to know that. It'll go into more detail if you end up taking pre-calculus, but other than that, you don't really need to know the details about this. Today we're just going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying complex solutions. So down here is what the problems look like. Zoom in here. Okay. So like I said before, what's nice about this is you can literally place this in the calculator. I'm going to do the first one by hand, but then show you how you can just do this in the calculator. So terms that you see that have i's in them, these are called complex solutions, where you have a real part and a complex part of the solution. Like I said, you'll get more into this if you were to take pre-calculus, but understand that anything with I is an imaginary component of the complex solution, and then there's a real part of the complex solution. That's why they call it complex, because you have a real portion and an imaginary portion. But they add together sort of like terms. So in this problem, we're adding, because of the plus sign here, you just add like terms. So for example, the -8 will add to the -1, making -9. The 3i will be added to the -2i, which will give me a positive 1i. And that's my answer. It's literally the answer. Here, I'll show you actually with the subtraction one too. So this is 36 minus 12. So that's 24. And then you have -3i minus 24i. So -27i. And that's it. Now we can verify these answers, just show you can do this entire thing in your graphing calculator. So let's show you that. Let's look at the first one. Let me zoom out because I want you to be able to see the whole calculator here. Okay. So in our graphing calculator, we have to first find where the I is. It's not an alpha I. You can't just go to alpha and then find the letter I. It's I. The imaginary I has its own button, and it's right above the decimal point here. You'll see it's blue. On my calculator, it's blue. Depending on your calculator, it might be orange or yellow or whatever. But you're looking for that sort of curvy I, the imaginary I that you see on the paper as well. And for me, it's above my decimal point here. You'll see the I right there. So we're going to type this in exactly as it's written, even the parentheses. So I'm going to use parentheses, -8 plus 3, and then I have to hit second and the decimal point, and it gives me the I. -8 plus 3i. Close parenthesis, and then do plus, other parenthesis, -1 minus 2i, close parenthesis, equals, there you go, -9 plus I. Same answer I got. We'll do the second one too. So parenthesis 36 minus 3i, close parenthesis, minus parenthesis 12 plus 24i, close parenthesis, and equals 24 minus 27i, and that's exactly what we got. So let's try the third one here, and then I'll let you try the rest, and that's it. So we'll do this one straight in the calculator. So 16, whoa, that's parentheses, 16 plus I, close parenthesis, plus negative 16 minus 8I. That looks okay. Yeah. Negative 7I. That's it. Negative 7I. That's my answer. Straight in the calculator. Now, I forgot that I did not show you a multiplying one. The multiplying one is the same thing as you won't put any sort of operation in between. There's nothing in between there, no plus, no minus. So you would just leave, you would just not put anything there. So to enter this in the calculator, I do negative 1 plus, parenthesis, negative 1 plus 9I, close parenthesis. Now, instead of putting an operation, I'm just going to go right into the next parenthesis, 15 minus I. Enter. There you go. Negative 6. Negative 6 plus 136I. And that's it. So go ahead and try 12 and 14 here. I know it's random numbers, but go ahead and try these two here on your own. Pause the video and play the video when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so there's your answers. 1 plus I, and then on 14 you ended up just getting a number of 170. That's it. That's complex solutions. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for listening.